of the most anticipated movies of the year, Denis Villeneuve's Dune, just released on Friday, so today I'm going to put the 1984 Dune against the new remake of Dune. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Gabriel and I love to rank movies. If you can relate, consider hitting that subscribe button. And please know that my thoughts are just my opinion, but I would love to see yours down in the comment section. But with that said, let's get started. The original Dune kind of reminded me of those Jim Henson movies from the 80s mixed with some older sci-fi movies. The makeup and costuming looked off and some of the puppetry looked queer. Everything about this movie felt uninspired, even though it was based on a beloved book. The characters are also substandard. I remember none of them, partly because of the writing and inadequate acting. Almost everyone overacted, and even Patrick Stewart was bad. The voiceover throughout the film is very distracting, and sometimes just sounds like an actor reading off of a script. This movie also feels way too long. It definitely needed to be 2.5 hours to fulfill the plotline. To be honest, it barely even did that. It felt really rushed, but man, what a snooze fest. There's a lot of exposition which should help a complex storyline become easy to follow, but the film is confusing from start to finish. The visuals look mundane, and even from 1984 they should be better. You might think that I shouldn't be judging them because of their age, but the film was made after the original Star Wars trilogy, which has great visuals. It wants to be this epic and grand sci-fi fantasy, but because of its cheesiness, it just comes off as hard to watch. The original Dune film is only getting a 3 out of 10. Quick disclaimer, I didn't get a chance to catch the new Dune in theaters, sadly, but I still really liked it. I'm having a tough time explaining my thoughts about this film. It's a genuinely amazing movie, yet I still don't feel comfortable giving it a 10 out of 10, or even a 9 out of 10. There are so many things about it that I love. There's just something about it that I didn't love. I just can't think of what that is as of now, maybe because of how overwhelmed I am at how grand and epic this movie's story is, if that makes any sense. Once this movie gets a sequel, I'll probably like this even more, and I'm very excited for part 2. As you probably already know, the cast is just insane. Probably the best cast of the year, and one of my favorite casts ever. Every actor and actress, believe it or not, adds so much to the film. The director, Denis Villeneuve, also does an amazing job at building this world from pages to the screen. The movie is beautiful with the cinematography, lighting, special effects, and makes your eyes not ever want to leave the screen. It's satisfying to look at, and that's a big part of how amazing this movie is in my opinion. Like some people say, every still from this just looks like a piece of art. This film is truly nothing like anything else I've seen. You can compare it to Star Wars, but it is nothing like Star Wars when it comes to the tone, pacing, and much, much more. Speaking of the pacing, I feel like it's lacking some sort of oomph. It feels kind of off, but that's the only problem with this film I can think of as of now. Oh, and how could I forget? Hans Zimmer's score is masterful. It's one of the most unique scores I have heard and makes everything 2 times more epic. To explain Dune in a few words, I would say that it is a piece of cinematic art. That's the best way I can describe it, and it's the best film of 2021 objectively. I know film isn't objective, but Dune is just something else, and technically so good it's hard to comprehend. This film is getting an 8.5 out of 10. But the winner is obviously Denis Villeneuve's Dune, and it is truly one of the best films of the year.